Hi everyone, happy new moon in Leo. We're gonna get a message here from Spirit. I actually already have quite a few messages and it feels like we're talking about more than one thing. So this is one of those readings where I'm not sure, I'm hearing shoestring. I'm not sure how it's all going to string together. But let's start with the strongest message that came through. And that was the theme of the reading, or the theme of the new moon, we should say, is the Observer. And at the bottom of the deck was the Trickster. So this card, the Observer, speaks about diligently and carefully watching, observing others and their actions in order to understand their psychology, their approach, their persona, the mask they wear, maybe to get a hint of their shadow, so that you fully understand someone when they're in your field. This could be about a group of people, or it could be about one particular person. So I feel like with this new moon in Leo, the energy of observing your surroundings, observing the people around you, is really important. And if you pay attention to the small things like body language or cadence in someone's voice and the way they speak, or even the words they choose to use, as well as their approach to you, you will be able to tell who has a kind-hearted intention towards you. I'm hearing integrity as well, who has integrity, and who is merely mimicking or mirroring something that they don't quite understand, or something that they think will impress you. So, with the Trickster here, and then we have Angel underneath. With Strategist. You could have someone around you, or maybe there's just an energy in the collective. So you take it whether this is about you and your personal life and interpersonal relationships, or whether this is just an energy that exists out there in the world, in groups of people. I think it's probably a bit of both for most of us. But there's an energy here that is perhaps portraying themselves to be stoic. This comes through quite a lot, that there's someone pretending to be stoic, chill, well-spoken, accomplished. Maybe this is someone who falls back on their credentials or their accomplishments. The letter K I'm seeing on this card, and there's also a letter V over there. The number 2 could be important here. There's something about astronomy that's significant. I know these seem like random things, but whenever random things come through, they mean something very significant for someone. I'm also seeing something about Corona beer, okay? Like I'm just seeing this extra at the bottom, and it's reminding me, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. There we are. And it's reminding me of the label on that bottle. There's somebody here who is mirroring you, I want to say. They're observing you. Maybe to get into your good graces. But because this energy of the Trickster is coming through, I feel like this is something that is really important to pay attention to. This has to do with Mercury retrograde as well. There's something about music. This person could try to communicate to you through music, or perhaps they're trying to build an affinity with you by saying they enjoy the same kind of music. There's something about the tune they're singing or the song they're playing that is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's intriguing to you and it makes you want to engage with this energy and find out more. But on the other hand, it's like they're very mimicry of you, their imitation of you is known to you. You can intuitively tell, like, this is, didn't I just say that? Didn't I just tell you that? Or like, oh, you're sending me this because you know I'm into the, I don't know. There's something like that going on, but you're picking up on it. You're picking up on it. Now, in a collective sense, I definitely could understand this and see this as, you know, other forces out there trying to emulate or mimic spiritual teachings, or trying to cash in on the new wave of spiritual enlightenment that is happening in the collective. So there's something about that to be aware of. It's great when we can meet people who have we have common interests and we jive and we get along immediately, but those are more rare than connections that we have with people who are unlike us, and those are the connections I feel that are highly valuable when we meet someone who doesn't share the same music interests as us, or doesn't like have the same kind of personality as us, because we can learn a lot from that person and they can show us different aspects of ourselves that we can't see, and vice versa. Okay, so there's something to be aware of here. Maybe you meet a new friend and they're just like you, or a partner who's mirroring you, mirroring your empathy. That's something to be aware of. So yeah, I'm not, it could even be in a religious context for some of you. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but Spirit wants you to be very observant at this time and keep your eye out for trickery that's going on. You can sense it. You're intuitive. You'll pick it up. Maybe that's a confirmation for someone. I wasn't expecting that to come out with the Leo new moon energy, because Leo is all about big, beautiful heart of gold, and actually quite often it is about making connections, but I don't know. When we're so focused on that part of the energy, it's easy for the trickster to slide in. I'm hearing to your DMs. Maybe this is literally happening. So someone's sliding into your DMs. Trickster to slide in. Or maybe DM stands for something. Divine masculine, right? A trickster to slide into the divine masculine energy. That's interesting. And because we're in such a accepting, open-hearted energy, we may miss something that we need to pick up on. Okay, so obviously this isn't to be paranoid or to start judging people right away, but just to, if something throws you off and you're like, I was kidding. It's like a very knee-jerk kind of reaction you might have to something. Pinging, I'm hearing something pinging you. Pay attention. There's also something about, yeah, see how this observer has two different eye colors here? Something about their eyes may tip you off about their intentions. I'm seeing something about Pluto. The letter S. Okay. Now, I got some other messages here which feel completely different to me. This just flew out, this paper. I don't know when I wrote this, but it says, rely on your strengths. New strengths want to be developed. And then I have subtle. I don't know what that's about, but perhaps that's a message in here too. So I was meditating, like literally home meditating, and I saw a salamander, a horse, and a carriage. And each were kind of separate. So there's something about those energies that are important. I looked it up to see if there was anything about those three things going together in some kind of myth somewhere or story, but I couldn't find anything. But the salamander alone represents being able to walk through the fire and come out unscathed. The salamander is also a creature of water, earth, and fire, so those are energies that could be particularly important to you at this time. and finding balance through subtle changes. Subtle again. Gentle, I wrote here though. Gentle changes. Finding balance through making gentle, subtle changes in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your day-to-day activities. Just make a subtle shift, and that will help you come back into balance. Maybe you go to bed 15 minutes earlier than usual, or you wake up or you drink a glass of water instead of having your coffee first. I don't know what it is, but it's a subtle change you make that helps you come back into balance. Some of you need new shoes, okay? Your feet are killing you. It's no good. You need new shoes. I don't know. I'm seeing that. Yeah, because you're walking through the fire unharmed. Okay. Then the horse represents freedom and triumph. And the carriage, what I was getting from that is there's some kind of historical significance to this moment in time. I feel like this moment has happened before, kind of like a deja vu moment. There's 11 on the clock there. So maybe you're seeing that. But it feels like this trickster, even the picture of the trickster is kind of, looks like a historical figure of some sort. I feel like this trickster energy is something that you've dealt with before. You've crossed paths with this trickster before, maybe in a different form, like in a different person or in a different situation, in a different scenario, and that's why intuitively you already know what's going on. But beyond the trickster situation, there's something historical about this moment that's positive. It's like you were made for this moment. I don't know what the moment is, whether it's like a zeitgeist, like an era, or whether it's like actually right now or something that's going to happen, but you were made for this moment and it's historical. Maybe something's going to go down in history around the new moon in Leo. Okay, let's get the cards out and see what comes through. I'm keeping it kind of open. I'm using a whole bunch of different decks. I'll list them in the description box below. But yeah, I just kind of want to see what's going to come through here with these energies. So let me pull the cards out first, and then I'll talk about them. How are you feeling the new moon energies? The full moon was wild for me. It rocked me. It rocked me. The full moon in Capricorn, oh boy. Yeah, that was intense. The new moon, I'm actually feeling pretty decent, you know, pretty balanced. I'm seeing 404 and 77. Let me just turn this off so I don't get distracted. Maybe there's something about finding a quiet space so there's no distractions. Let's see for the collective. What message do we have? What message do we have? I'm hearing don't look away. Maybe that's for me. Oh, is this a salamander? Stop. There we are. Just in case you were doubting the message. I had someone comment, I've had this comment a few times. One was like, I have a teleprompter in the room and I'm like reading off like pre-scripted messages. And then I think it was just yesterday or maybe it was the day before, someone said, what are you looking at? Like, do you have things posted on the wall that you're reading? No, like I can't make things happen like this. And if I did script something, I think it would be a lot more put together than what I deliver. But thank you for that compliment, because it is kind of a compliment. But no, I just look around often, even when I'm speaking to people. But maybe I'll try to maintain eye camera contact more. I don't know. But anyways, here we have the salamander. Inspiration, it says, and it also says black pepper on it. And then we have the badger and ginkgo, healing wounds. Okay, I said I'd pull out all the cards before I start talking. but the magic of the salamander came through, reminded me to emphasize that this is intuition, this is magic, this is spirit I'm working with. I don't have anything plastered on the walls other than soundboards. Okay. Okay, let's see, spirit. Maybe there's a message in there, because I usually don't talk about comments like that. Is there something to be said there? Perhaps you're receiving some criticism or skepticism from someone in your life, or it even could be an aspect of yourself. And that comes from someone feeling out of balance, is what I got when I cut the cards. I saw the anima, animus, and then the balance card. There's also something about intimacy here. You know, typically those things are projections, especially if they don't hold any weight. Or whatever, maybe they're not projections, they're just someone's really, it's what they believe, and they're entitled to believe whatever they want. So just don't put too much of your energy towards things that don't really matter. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. For the collective, for the new moon in Leo, what is the message? This card wants to stay behind. Chariot, there's the carriage. 1717 I saw just when that happened, which is my soul tribe number. I was born 1717. So, welcome everybody who's part of the tribe here. Yeah, and then number 7, of course, on the chariot. So now we have the salamander and the carriage coming out. Okay, we'll put that over there. Let's see. Ooh. I'm just quickly asking about anything about an outside energy that's trying to distract. And I got 7 of Wands and Ace of Wands. With the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like there's possibly someone around you who's really defensive and not open to you or open to possibilities and potentials. And it's kind of unfortunate because they'd rather perhaps be critical or skeptical about everything, a little bit nihilistic too, because, well, they wouldn't know what to do if an opportunity came their way. Yeah, 4 of Cups, they'd probably reject it. So there's someone around you, or maybe in the collective. Yeah, I feel this in the stomach, and it's kind of sad. It's a little bit unfortunate because I feel like this person has a lot of opportunities coming towards them. But there's this like, oh, that's not for me. I shouldn't go there, or nothing's really going to come out of this. There's no willingness to be open and take a chance and see what unfolds. And so instead, they just kind of don't take opportunities or don't even see the opportunities that there are to take. And so they kind of just sit in an energy of wishing things would happen for them while remaining super defensive to anything that does want to happen for them. Okay? So maybe you're frustrated by someone. Yeah, look, 9 of Swords. You're frustrated by someone and they're more frustrated than you are. Let's put it that way. okay? This could be a part of yourself, but I did ask about an outside energy. Okay, so let's talk. We have the cards here. They may be in the challenge position, but I want to keep it a little bit open. So let's see. We have the orator and the patron. Communication, confidence, mentorship, and finances. Is this the trickster? Someone who is saying something, speaking something. Perhaps mentoring you on your finances. If you are doing anything financial at the moment, or maybe you want to think about doing something around your finances, be very particular. Pay attention to the details. Read the small print. Really think about what it is that you're doing. Ask the questions that you need to ask. And ask them with confidence. This goes for anything, not just finances. Any kind of contract you're getting into, like even if you're getting a new tattoo with someone, or you're going on a date with someone, or you're getting something in your car fixed, like whatever it is, feel empowered and confident enough to ask the questions that you need to ask. And before you go and do whatever it is that you need to do, ask yourself, do I need to ask anything before I go ahead and sign on the dotted line? Because there is something about that needs to be clarified and clear to you so that you know what you're getting into. Someone could be wanting to support you, perhaps financially, or they want to give something to you. But I feel like they're giving to get. Whoever this is that right? And what? 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Yeah, they're trying to come out of their shell and be with you, be a part of your life in some way, but it's a little bit uninvited. It could be a nice gesture that they make, but there's strings attached. Oh yeah, I said shoestring at the beginning, right? There's strings attached here. So be mindful of that. What are their intentions? Why are they doing what they're doing? Now, I feel like this is a little bit of a delicate message because while there are people like that in your energy field, there are also super generous people who have good intentions in your field. So this is where that observer comes into play, right? Like you're going to have to really look for the subtleties, the subtleties especially, and trust that feeling you get when someone gifts you something or offers you something or opens a door for you, metaphorically. Do you feel like, wow, this is like my heart is warmed by this gesture, I feel really good? Or do you feel like, what is it that they want here? Because I feel like this is a time where you're going to get both of those experiences. And I know we come to tarot to kind of clarify and clean up our mind and our intuition when it comes to who's who and what's what. But Spirit is saying, Ace of Pentacles, it's actually an opportunity for you right now for you to figure this out for yourself. Like we only learn these things through experience. And so there's something or someone around you or that's happening, and you're going to have to learn how to trust yourself. And once you do, you're going to get some kind of confirmation that you made the right decision here. It feels like you're on this like island, and it feels nice, like a paradise, something you've carved out for yourself. And it's protected. I'm seeing the salt around it. You're growing something. It's lush. It's beautiful. It's your garden that you've tended to. And somebody wants to like swim across the ocean to get to you, to be on this island with you. But there's only so much resources here for one person, or maybe one other person. And it's not this person. Whoa, what are we saying? Okay, so maybe there's somebody else that you'd rather share your time and energy with, and somebody else wants to come in and be that person. Or there's a certain space that you've carved out for yourself and somebody else wants to be in that space with you, but it's just not appropriate to what you're doing. This could be a sacred space of yours, or an artistic project, or a business idea you have. Somebody could want to share a room with you. Maybe this is a metaphor too. I don't know. Share a room with you and it makes you feel really uncomfortable. Okay. So this person is a good communicator. However, let's see. Tell me more about this orator. Communication, confidence. Ace of points. Yeah, Ace of swords and Seven of cups. Ooh. Well, you're both good communicators. Ah. Huh. Ace of swords and the Seven of cups. This is somebody who seems as if they're clearing up confusion. And the only reason I'm getting this kind of like we should be skeptical is because the trickster card came through and I just saw the strategist too. This could be someone that you are debating with, or it's like, it doesn't have to be this, and it's probably not this for most of you, but it's like when two lawyers fight with one another, it's not that they hate each other or they're like out to destroy one another, but they just want to win their case. It could be something like that for some of you. You're a good communicator as well. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Son of Wands. You're quicker. You're quicker. You think quicker. You think on your feet. You're resourceful and you're passionate. And those are qualities that I feel this person tries to catch up to. So this is where they're mirroring you a little bit. Because while they're good at their communication and they're intelligent and they're smart and they seemingly have answers to things and can clear confusions, there's something about the light behind your eyes, your passion, and your quick thinking that this person doesn't have. And either others will see that in your exchange if this is happening in front of people, or Ace of Wands, or you will get what you want out of this situation. What was that? Walking through the fire unharmed. So if this conversation or this communication, contract, whatever, feels like a little bit of a fire that you're entering into, you won't be scathed by it. You are the fire. And they're walking into it, actually. So their intentions better be good, or else they will get burned, metaphorically, whereas you won't. Interesting. Okay, so let me see about the mentorship. And this could be a mentor. 3 of Pentacles. Yes, mentor and finances. The patron. Yeah, this is like someone who wants to give you some kind of opportunity. Okay, but what's the big problem here? Hangman. I feel like they might just hold you up. Daughter of... Yeah, okay, so you might have Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands. So you might have like this really good idea, or you have a very particular viewpoint on something, and someone comes in making you some kind of offer. They have something to give you because they want to be in your world, in your field. Okay, they're attracted to your light, to your passion, all of those things, and your mind, because you're sharp-witted too. But because they want to be seen as a mentor or above you in some sense, or smarter than you, they're a trickster after all, they try to give you new ideas on how you could do things differently, or if this is like a conversation you're having with a loved one, it's like they try to say that you're not thinking about something clearly, or you never considered this. I don't know. They get you to lose momentum, or they're trying to. They say something that gives you pause, which is okay, but the danger in this is that you could get stuck on something they say. Maybe this is a critique of your work or a criticism, or if this is like an issue in a love connection, it's like they say something a little bit like weird that gets you to stop and think like, am I being like this? Is that the right thing? You know, they get you to question yourself. And I feel like that's not Daughter of Swords. That's not where your mind needs to go at this point. So let's move forward from this and see what else we have here. Nocturne, healing wounds, inspiration, Chariot. So let's see, what do we have here? What you're looking for is right in front of you. Something that literally, I feel, something that you're literally looking for could be actually right in front of you or just around you, just around the corner, I'm hearing. But metaphorically, what you're looking for to help resolve something within you or in a connection is right there. You just need the right inspiration. I'm seeing this badger's face, and I'm getting like, I'm hearing to follow the black and white lines. I have no idea what that means. To follow the black and white lines. What you're seeking, what you're looking for is right in front of you. Nocturne, but you may not see it. Maybe it's in the dark. You need to shine a light on something. Creatures of water, earth, and fire. Let's see. Any other information here on this? King of Cups. Hold on. There's something, maybe this is something to do with the historical moment, because I'm seeing this bone and it's reminding me of like ancestors. And this looks like a bowl, maybe a cauldron of some sort, or a ritual someone's practicing. They're burning something, again with the fire. But it's like it's already been supported for you. What am I saying, Spirit? Help me. Queen of Cups. There's something creative I feel like you could do to transmute some energy. Personally, I've gotten back into my photography after a long time, and it's really helping me transmute some stuff. And even looking at like old photography from like, I don't know, 15 years ago that I did, and like re-engaging with it just on an emotional level, it's helping me transmute some issues that I'm going through. And so maybe there's something like that for you here too. It's inspiring me. We have the inspiration here. It's inspiring me to realize how far I've come and how I can move through the fire and come out stronger on the other side. And I feel like because I'm a part of the collective too, 333, this message is also for you. Okay, so whatever inspires you, maybe it's cooking, sewing, knitting, creating little miniature things. I'm seeing someone like with a little tiny glue gun, or jewelry, or going for a walk, or taking pictures, or directing something. Whatever it is that inspires you. I know that so many of you, I mean, we're all creative in our own way. And so many of you out there have your creative projects, modeling even for some of you. Like whatever it is that you do to help heal yourself, put some more time and energy into that, because that's what's right in front of you. That's what you're looking for. And maybe you are creating some kind of historical significance with what you're doing. You never know. You never know. Maybe you have the next great novel. Who knows? But when you feel indecisive about something, turn to what you know takes you to another place in time. I'm hearing within yourself. 5 of Cups. It's a way to move through the energy of grief, of sadness. Mason, the name Mason could mean something. I'm looking at my mason jar here, and I'm also seeing the word Atlas here. Maybe some of you need to travel. Okay. So there's a lot of like moving out of grief at this time, which is why it's so important that you protect that island, whatever that island represents. Maybe it's your creative work, from like any energy that wants to come along for the ride, because they're not a part of the transmutation for whatever reason. They're just not. Hold on. They don't actually know what you need. Okay? And maybe because they don't know, they don't have what you need. Okay, judgment for your overall energy. Rebirth, awakening, resurrection of this historical moment in your life. Maybe you've had certain stages, like 8-year cycles, 10-year cycles, 9-year cycles. Yeah, 8, 9, 10 could be significant. And now you are coming back around to a new cycle, but within that, you just finished an 8-year cycle. Now you're moving into another 8-year cycle. This could be part of it. Let's see. Give me one of these here. Spirit, please. Tell me more about judgment. The fox and ivy, adaptability, change, subtle changes will bring about balance. So there's something that you're needing to adapt to at this time, and maybe you are adapting to it. Like energy changes, right, in the collective. And so sometimes you could feel yourself start to drift in different directions, and that's okay. You could be just adapting with the overall energies that are happening amongst us all. Maybe this has to do with astrology. You're adapting to the astrological changes and influences. But with the fox coming out here, you're very, like I said, you're very sharp-witted and clever. So don't forget that. And there's also something about, I think I said this already, I'm not sure, not mimicking those who don't know what they're doing. Because whatever you're doing, or whoever you are, like, you're just different. You're just different. As you should be, as we all really are. But some people haven't healed their wounds of difference, so they're not ready to step into it, their authenticity. And that's fine. That will happen in their own time here. Or not. Or not. Some people spend their whole life trying to emulate someone who is actually really lost themselves, and that's a recipe for disaster. I'm hearing something about celebrity culture. So, if you're trying to, like, that's all an illusion. Those lives, those people, they're actors, most of them, or musicians or whatever. But don't try to emulate that, because you never really know what that energy is all about. Tell me more about what's awakening. 9 of Swords. And the 10 of Wands. Well, you're adapting and learning how to move through difficult times in your life when things feel very heavy for you, and when things feel very stressful in your life, and when you're going through anxiety and bouts of depression and self-questioning, which, I feel like we all do. Maybe some of us have it worse than others and it goes on longer than others, but it's part of the human experience. And so it's nothing to be ashamed of at all to go through these waves. Even if we think we've awakened and we're like at the top of our spiritual game, we're not. We're totally not. We never, we never really will be, I don't think. But that's okay. So I feel like you're learning how to adapt to these ebbs and flows of your own emotions, and then channeling that energy into something that brings you a lot of inspiration to just become more of who you are. Yeah, this is really interesting. There's like a chain here. You're going to break the chain. Oh yeah, what's that song? If you don't love me now, you will never, I can still hear you saying, I will never break the chain. Okay, something about that song. Yeah, it's like you're breaking some kind of chain. Before, maybe you looked up to a very certain like person or style or something, or I don't know, like, and that person or that thing that you were reaching towards was also linked to some ideal that they had, and like went on and on and on and forever. It was probably like a circle, and it came back to the person who was trying to emulate you. See? So it's like somebody's trying to mimic you or be like you, or you're their role model, which can be a positive thing. But then you are actually trying to be like someone else, and they're trying to, and it just keeps going in a circle, and you're breaking that chain. Or maybe you've already broke it a long time ago, depending on your timeline here. But you broke the chain, you're breaking the chain, and you're individuating, you're starting a new path, you're getting out of this loop. Okay, and so that's going to maybe rock and shift some people around you because you're going to do something unexpected. But then there's some kind of person here who's like, oh, collective found a new way. They broke some kind of chain. Now, they're not going to think about it in that way. They'll just sense something unique about you. And there's just something here about them that I can't put my finger on. And maybe that's the point. You can't put your finger on it either. 10 of Cups, Son of Cups. Yeah, they just want to be, I don't know, that sounds so bad. They just want to be loved. They just want to be loved. But Tower and the Ace of Pentacles, but Spirit's saying you, like, don't love them at the expense of yourself and what you're creating. Okay. I hope that settles in, that message. Because there is something about this person or this energy that I can't really get to. And I'm not feeling like they're a horrible person. But, well, to be honest, I don't really feel their energy all that strongly at all. I'm just getting the idea of what's going on. I'm not actually, like, sometimes when I read and someone else comes in and you're reading, like, I can really feel their energy for good or for bad. But this doesn't really, like, it's not giving me a strong vibe. It's just kind of like, not your problem. It's kind of not your problem, I feel. I know that sounds kind of bad, but that's what I'm getting. Okay, so what you don't see coming around this new moon in Leo, we have the Queen of Sticks. I feel like you're inspired, and now you are an inspiration for others who are also wanting to break the chain. And you're not seeing that coming. 3 of Wands, yeah, because you're creating some kind of vision here, or you have a vision. And other people are interested in your vision, or you're inspiring other people to look at their own vision. Son of Swords. Knight of Swords. This is a very specific message, and it's just for a few of you. For some of you, you're doing something quicker and sooner than someone else is like they wanted to do something the same as you, or they had an idea similar to yours, but they've been sitting on it for way too long, and you're actually going to go ahead and do it. And I don't know, it doesn't feel like this person, well, this could be the person who wants to come on that journey with you. It's like you make a discovery and they want to co-author the paper with you. It's just as a metaphor. You make a scientific discovery and they're like, okay, let me format the works cited, the bibliography for you, and then you can put my name on the paper. It's like they do something little, right? And then they want credit. Feels like that. Okay, but the main point for what you don't see coming around this new moon in Leo is that people are going to be inspired by you being authentic and breaking the chain and heading towards your desires and being very observant. People are also going to know that they can't get anything past you except the trickster. The trickster thinks they can. That's a different story. Most people are going to know that they can't get anything past you, the tower. Yeah. And so maybe you're going to experience less conflict as well, Hierophant, because you have boundaries. Okay. Your opportunity, the Magician. Free bird. Creating something for yourself. Let's see. Tell me about the Magician, Spirit. The Bear and Cedar, leadership. Hold on, let me get a little bit more. The opportunity. The Captain. Taking command, teamwork. Okay, this is pretty clear. Spirit's saying that you are the mentor. Not this other, you're the teacher, you're the captain, you're the leader in whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe in your family, maybe in your relationship. You know, relationships usually have periods where someone leads and then the other person leads at another time, and then it's like equally distributed. The best relationships anyways take turns with the leadership. So maybe it's your turn, okay? Or maybe this is like in a work context or something, but you're leading. You're taking command. You're breaking the chain. So what's the Magician doing with this energy here? What's that? The Moon. Ooh. And the Two of Sticks. And you're not revealing your secrets to everyone either. Okay? And I think this is wise at this time. Okay? The Moon and the Magician and the Two of Wands, you're letting other people make their decisions, okay? Even though you're leading, you're a way shower. I haven't said that in a long time. You're a way shower. And so you're opening a door that you're walking through. And instead of closing it behind you, you're leaving it ajar, and other people can go and seek out whatever it is that you're showing them if they choose. But you're not pulling people, you're not tugging a chain of people. Ooh, that's nasty. Yeah, you're not doing that. But maybe somebody else is. I don't like that energy. Now I can feel that. Yeah. That could be happening through some kind of psychological conditioning. Whoever's doing that. Maybe it's a societal force. Yeah, keeping the collective enslaved in some way. But for you, you have discovered something about your inner world, about your emotional state, about your creativity, about your intuition and your psychic abilities, and you're using them to transmute pain and to watch carefully the energies around you and make the proper assessments that you need to make. And you're allowing other people to do that as well. That's the opportunity. To be a way shower without forcing anyone to come along with you. And if nobody decides to come along with you, that's okay too. I feel like that doesn't upset you. The vulture and the aphrodite. Upheaval. The bat and the hellbore. Intuition. Yeah, it's like if other people can't trust their intuition. Oh, how do I say this? You're very aware that they're going to go through their own tower moments, their own upheavals, and perhaps in the past you were more of a caregiver than you were a way shower, and you really stayed in the trenches with somebody trying to care for them and to get them to follow their intuition, to see intuitively what's best for them, to get them out of upheaval, to address their shadow, and so forth. But that is where we can fall into getting our energy sucked out of us, okay? So I feel like that's something that you're no longer doing. You're moving away from that. And you are offering some guidance, some help, some healing, but it's in a much wiser way. Yeah. It's like being a natural leader. And when you're a natural leader, most of the time you don't want to lead at all. That's not what you want to do. It just happens. Okay? So the challenge here is the 8 of Sticks. This is a lot of incoming information I'm hearing. Information about what? Whoa. Let's get one or two. On the table is the Assassin, Ruthlessness, Conviction, the Pilgrim, Opportunities and Growth. You're getting a lot of information about people's shadows. The Spy Master, Knowledge, Distrust. See the Observer, the Spy Master, and then somebody spying on you or like observing you, to come on this pilgrimage with you, to grow, to step into opportunities. And I feel like you're getting a lot of information from Spirit about this person and maybe their intentions, or how this would put your own goals and dreams in jeopardy. I received a message earlier. It's just coming back to me now, but can't quite get it. What was it about? The King. It was like, 1 second. Spirit, bring that back. Bring it back. What was that download? It's something about being able to tell someone's character. Maybe it has to do with this. What you're looking for is right in front of you. Spirit's bringing to my mind an image of like an interaction I just had with someone who came to my door, like I think it was yesterday. It's not about that person, but this is how I'm getting reminded. And there's something about like they're not... At first you could feel pleasantly surprised with someone's demeanor or character, or how well put together they seem, or they just seem like on the ball. But there's something about this person that is exactly the opposite. I don't know. I got something specific before. Something about their shoes, perhaps. I don't know. But you had a message too that you need new shoes. Something about their shoes. That could be a metaphor. You know, you can tell a lot by someone's shoes, like how far they've walked in them. How much money they have could be an indication. I mean, these are kind of stereotypes, but let's just take it as a metaphor. Are they comfortable? Are they stylish? You know, so on and so forth. So maybe there's something about that that's significant. But that's the challenge, because this person has a lot to say to you. There's a lot of information Spirit's giving you as well about the character that you need to trust. Your advice is the Five of Pentacles. This might be actually to be a little bit quiet about your finances or about how much you have or your success or maybe even your spiritual dedication. Perhaps there's eyes who don't need to see exactly what's going on with you and what you've got going on or what you're building. Because there is somebody here, right? I'm hearing tracking. So keep things a little hush-hush, especially if you don't know this person well. Maybe you want to wear, metaphorically, shoes that don't signal something interesting. Don't get offended by that metaphor. It's just a metaphor. Okay. Spirit delivers information and energy, and I need to translate that somehow, and it's through these like random metaphors. Okay. The Martin, and Foxglove, mischief. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, mischief. I feel like you just need to be a little bit private about some things in your life that hold value to you. Like, there's nothing worse than a person who has nothing to lose. I don't know where that's coming from, but it feels like this person has nothing to lose. You have a lot to lose. So protect yourself and make your decisions with remembering, like, I worked really hard for this. I have a lot to lose if I let this in or if I engage with this. I'm actually losing something, whereas if it doesn't work out, they're not losing anything. Okay, so recognize the imbalance in different relationships that you have and risks that you're taking. Somebody could also be like making you feel like you don't have what you do, whether that's like connection to source and spirit. That happens a lot out there where people don't believe that like we're connected to spirit in any way just because they don't understand their own connection, which everybody can have a connection if they want. So somebody could be doubting that in you. Somebody could be telling you like you're not going to be successful, your ideas aren't good enough, and it's just mischief to distract you, to keep you in the chain. Okay, what's going to manifest, let's say, until the next new moon cycle? Justice. Love this. This is you coming back into balance, finding balance through the changes, gentle changes, subtle changes. Let's find out more about this beautiful energy. Yeah, let's read one of these cards, actually. Tell me, Spirit, about justice. Woo! We have Wolf and Eccentric. Eccentric and Wolf. I feel like this is you. I mean, look, the wolf's an observer here, and you're seeing someone's eccentricity maybe, or like there's something wild about them, there's something off-putting about them. I feel like you just stepping into this observation mode gives you some kind of balance and justice. And I 100% feel this as well for you, that anybody who tries to do one over on you in any way will have that same energy of trickery come back onto them in a different form, most likely. And that's unfortunate, but this is sometimes how people need to learn their lessons, okay? So you might see the downfall, or you might see a shift in someone who tried to trick you and deceive you at some point. And that's what's going on. And it could be not just about you, it could be other people that they've done things to as well, and it's starting to accumulate now. But let's read the Wolf card and see what Spirit wants to say here. And then we'll close the message. I hope this was helpful. The wolf will not allow you to be neutered or let you become estranged from your animal nature. By acknowledging him, you are not giving up on your humanity. You are accepting your core's origin. The wolf gives you back your instincts and helps you resist the constraints placed upon you by polite society. When you are lost, confused, blinded by the light, or stumbling through the dark, the wolf will be your guide. All paths are known to him, no matter the terrain, forest, plain, or wasteland. The wolf has traveled that byway before. But if you wish his assistance, you must first lose your fear of his animal nature and your squeamishness around death and desire. Accept the wolf for who and what he is and never try to tether or chain him. I feel like this is the part of you that is maybe grieving or is maybe trying to transmute pain in some way or transmute difficult energies through something creative. This could be like, you need to just embrace that kind of raw energy of whatever it is that you're doing and not try to refine it or call it back or to be like some kind of sanitized version of whatever it is you want to do. Like, get a little bit rogue and wild with it, because that's this energy that wants to come through here. Listen to this. Accept the wolf for who and what he is and never, I just read this, but listen again. Never try to tether or chain him. The chains, right? The chains. You're breaking the chains. Okay. Walk beside him, walk in his footsteps, grow your senses, and avoid pointless noise. Together we are all half wolves, werewolves, not werewolves, wolves, and we should neither suppress our hungers, nor let them run amok. Wolf has no need to be taken into society's bosom. He hunts and mates for vitality's sake. His wants and his needs aren't in contradiction. Though an individual creature, his brothers and sisters will come to his side in the blink of an eye if needed. I love that. Hey, maybe we're a wolf pack here. All right, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.